I just saw the first listing for the Lamborghini Miura RLC, which I've been very excited for since it's been teased at the Hot Wheels convention and teased numerous times by Lamley, and I was looking forward to this. And then I saw the price, $37 for this piece, which honestly I hope that price changes before the sale date, because sometimes they would have prices that are normally higher than the actual retail price and they fix it. But $37, my God, that is, ooh, wow, that is a large sum of money for an RLC. So let's talk about the Lamborghini Miura. So just based off the photos, it's in lime green RLC Spectrafilling paint. I really like the color. I believe this is the very first time this color has been shown off on a casting. Looks great. The wheels, I'm just going to say it, I like where they're going with the wheels. These wheels look far more realistic and shows homage to the original Lamborghini Miura, or the real life counterpart. I'm glad they didn't just shove 6-spoke wheels or wheel riders wheels. You know, the usual wheels that they just shove in every single RLC piece. I'm glad that they went with a different wheel design, and a wheel design that is more realistic. Now, the real kicker is that it has 2 opening hoods. It has the front bonnet and then it has the rear. The Lamborghini Miura is a mid-engine sports car, so the engine's going to be in the back, not in the front. Really cool stuff, and it also comes in a display acrylic case. Those are things that I love when purchasing Hot Wheels RLC. I believe the Lincoln Continental was $35. Correct me if I'm wrong. It could be $30, $35. I will correct myself in post-editing. $37, that's almost $40. So with shipping and everything combined, that's roughly $50 for this piece. For this single piece, it's $50. And how I feel towards that is a large sum of money. I would be fine if it was $30 or maybe even $25. I think everyone would prefer $25, but it's not at that price point. They put it at $37. The limit is 2, which is good because that means that they probably made a whole ton of these. However, it can be bad because when the sale drops, a lot of people are going to probably try to go after it. I don't know if people are interested in this or not. I know I am. So you guys clicked on this video because you wanted to watch this before you buy. And what I want to say before people rush out and pay for this thing is that this is probably going to cost $50 total. That's shipping and taxes combined. It's most likely going to be $50 for this one single casting, which is very, very expensive. I remember the Ryu Honda NSX. I don't believe it's an Acura. It was a Honda NSX. And that one retailed for $40 on their homepage. And that one didn't do as well as all the other RLCs that came out during that period of time in 2023. The Ryu Asada Honda NSX was the first RLC to basically have lighting features. Of course, this isn't the first time that we've seen a Hot Wheels Diecast vehicle have light up features. The Knight Rider 40th anniversary was the very first model to showcase this lighting feature, which was the front scanner. I have a copy of that. I'm going to put that in the turntable right now. So the Knight Rider had this really cool feature where it would pretty much just light up in the front, back and forth like it did in the TV show. It came with an acrylic case and also came with a collector box, like a very small collector's box, nothing too fancy. I really like this piece. And then the Hot Wheels RLC had a car similar to that where it was commemorating Ryu Asada, who was a Hot Wheels designer who sadly passed away. So this time it is just an old school vintage exotic that has 2 opening pieces in the front and the back. And it looks different from all the other RLCs that we've gotten up to this point. I think this is a very cool casting on paper. However, I am afraid of the potential QC issues that might plague this, especially with paint on the hinges. One thing I'm very, very nervous about is how it's going to close in the clearances with if it's going to be flush with the car or if it's not going to be flush. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say there. I'm very concerned about QC issues with this casting, and I really do hope that they do their due diligence to make sure that this casting is at the top of its game, just like they did with the Lincoln Continental. It was on back order, and mine was delayed. And when mine was finally delivered, and when I finally got my hands on it, it was damn near perfect. So there's really no guarantee that this RLC is going to be shipped out right away as soon as possible. There is a good possibility that this thing is going to be later in the year of 2025. So this is the very first RLC of 2025, and it's at $37. It's pretty steep. It's not the first casting that Hot Wheels has ever made of the Lamborghini Miura. I believe a couple of years ago they made the Lamborghini Miura in the Basics toy line, and then they made it a Super Treasure Hunt. It was my first Super Treasure Hunt that my girlfriend found. And now they're making it into an RLC that's going to have a lot more details. So I believe that this is a brand new casting for RLC, but I do believe that they modified the Basics casting for this lineup. So honestly, it does look really cool. So it depends on where you guys stand with RLC, because I know a lot of people who watch my channel, they're fed up with RLC. As a matter of fact, I believe Overdrive is still available to purchase. I think people were just fed up with it and they didn't get Overdrive. So now it all depends on where you stand with this. Should you get this, should you not? Personally, I'm going to get it to review for the channel. I'm only going to get one because in my previous video, I told you guys that I'm going to cut back on RLC. However, I do really want to get this one because this is a new casting for 2025 and it looks extremely interesting. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to prepare for it. I don't have Overdrive, so I'm going to have to try to be on the site on time and make sure I'm going to have to make sure that I have everything ready for this sale. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below of this RLC. Are you guys excited for it? Are you guys not? Personally, I am. However, the pricing on it is very steep. And again, I'm glad that I'm cutting back on RLC, that I'm not buying a whole bunch of them just because this hobby is getting more and more expensive and the quality has been taking a nosedive. Hopefully that is not the case with this car. I am cautiously optimistic that this car is going to be great. However, after 2024, I believe that was Hot Wheels' worst year for RLC. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next Hot Wheels video. Peace.